What up and what's poppin'? It's your dog Breeze from Fahrenheit 451, part of the Fourth and Go Network. We're burning the books alive. Fourth and Go Network, you know what I'm saying? Yesterday we went 1-1 in the WNBA, and I failed to get any NBA plays out. But the last NBA video we did go 1-3, 6-0 NBA run before that. Nevertheless, I am back with my best bets in the NBA and the WNBA for May 26th. One NBA game on the schedule, two WNBA games on the schedule. Let's start with the NBA game. So we have Minnesota T-Wolves traveling to Texas to take on the Dallas Mavericks. Currently, Dallas is leading the series 2-0. Game three, the first game in Dallas. Dallas is favored -2.5. You can get that for -108. The over is under set to 207.5. And you can get Dallas on the money line at -134. So in this game, I like Dallas on the money line at the -134. I feel like they got blood in the water, and I'm just not seeing enough offensive output from Minnesota Stars. So we've had the Nas Reed game, Jaden McDaniels, and honestly, I think tomorrow we might get a big um, Alexander Walker game or something like that. For whatever reason, Anthony Edwards and Cat are struggling to put the ball in the hoop. So with that being said, there's nothing that I've seen from the T-Wolves offense that's like, oh, well, for game three, I like the Timberwolves to bounce back. So I like Dallas to win this game on the money line. The last two games, so the first two games of the series have went over the 207.5 total. So I like the game to go over, and I like Dallas on the money line. My props for this game are as reads. Daniel Gafford of the Dallas Mavericks under one steal, -135 odds over at DraftKings. Now, if you know me, then you know that this playoffs I've just been finding and targeting spots such as Anthony Davis under one three-pointer, Aaron Neesmith under one block, and just playing them every game until the odds makers make them unplayable. So, I think I got another one. And with that being said, I feel as though I didn't do a deep enough dig the last few games while I was doing my research. So I need to be better. Anyways, Daniel Gafford of the Dallas Mavericks under one steal, -135 odds over at DraftKings. He has failed to register a steal in his last 6 straight games, also in his last 2 games versus the Timberwolves. Next, Jaden McDaniels of the Minnesota Timberwolves over one block, basically to register one block at -135 odds over at DraftKings. He's had at least one block in his last 9 out of 10 games, and he's had 2 blocks or more in his last 4 out of 7 games. Now, next up, last time we played this, it was a 2-unit play. Love it just the same. Derek Lively of the Dallas Mavericks over 7.5 rebounds. That's -106 odds over on FanDuel. 10, 15, 11, and 9 rebounds in his last 4 games. So he's flying over this total by at least 1. But he's went over this total by 6 before. Derek Lively over 7.5 rebounds, and we're gonna keep it with the rebounds. Michael Conley over 2.5 rebounds. He's hit this line in the last 8 out of 10 games. Parlayed with Anthony Edwards over 4 rebounds, which he's had in the last 10 games straight. -106 over at FanDuel. Michael Conley 3 rebounds. Anthony Edwards 4 rebounds. Parlayed together -106 odds over at FanDuel. In conclusion of my NBA picks, that would be Daniel Gafford under one steal, Jaden McDaniels 1 block, Derek Lively over 8 rebounds, and a -106 parlay of Michael Conley 3 rebounds, Anthony Edwards 4 rebounds. Now, let's take it to the WNBA. 2 games on. 5 minutes, we start in the WNBA. Cool. First up at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we have the 3-1 Minnesota Lynx taking on the 2-1 Atlanta Dream at home. Minnesota 4-0 on the spread. Atlanta 1-2 to the spread. Minnesota 2-2 to the over and under. Top of the morning, Daniel Berry, my boy, man, always in here. I appreciate you. Atlanta 2-1 on the over and under. 2 to the over, 1 to the. Oh yeah, I mean, ain't nobody fucking with Boston right now, man. Ain't nobody fucking with Boston right now. Atlanta is favored on the spread, -3.5. Get that at -110 over at FanDuel. Over under set to 164.5. Atlanta is on the money line at -172. Minnesota on the money line at +140. In this game, I feel like Atlanta wins the rebounding battle. And I feel like that's their path to victory. I also think that they just pummel Minnesota inside. Cheyenne Parker, Ryan Howard getting in there, and Tina Charles. Definitely think this game goes over the 164.5 total. So my thoughts on this game are Atlanta -3.5, and I think that it's going to go over the 164.5 total. Shout out to Kaylin. My props in this game are going to be as reads. Feezy F Baby. Naphesia Collier over 9.5 rebounds, -115 odds over at DraftKings. 12, 9, 11, and 12 rebounds in her last 4 games. Not 10, not 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, or 16, but 17 rebounds in her last game versus Atlanta, who allows the 3rd most rebounds in the WNBA. In that same game, the aforementioned Tina Charles, who plays for the Atlanta Dream, Feezy F Baby playing for the Minnesota Lynx. Tina Charles of the Atlanta Dream over 9.5 rebounds, -110 odds over at DraftKings. 14 and 11 rebounds in her last 2 out of 3 games. Only game she misses when she got into foul trouble. So if she doesn't get into foul trouble, we should be good money here. Minnesota allows the 2nd most rebounds. So Minnesota allows the 2nd most rebounds. Minnesota allows the 2nd most rebounds. Atlanta allows the 3rd most rebounds. So definitely think some rebound ladders could be in play. All right. Those are my looks on the first game. The second game is the Los Angeles Sparks at home taking on the Dallas Wings. Arike Ogunbowale coming off of that 40-point game just yesterday. All right. The Dallas Wings are 2-2 taking on the 1-3 Los Angeles Sparks. Dallas 3-1 on the spread. Sparks 1-2-1 on the spread. Both teams are 2-2 to the over and under. The Wings are favored by 3 points and get that at -106 odds over at FanDuel. Over and under set to 161.5, -110 for that. Either the over or the under. And the money line is set to the Dallas Wings -152 on it. Los Angeles Sparks +124 on it. My thoughts in this game are I think that the Dallas Wings wins this game. If Tierra McCollum shows up at all, she should absolutely dominate. But she's just so night and day. The total, I think it goes over the 161.5. I don't think neither one of these teams will be able to stop each other. My props in this game are as reads. Monique Billings. Monique Ballings. You got a couple of dunkers in the W, man. Monique Billings has been balling lately. Monique Billings over 13.5 points. Monique Billings of the Dallas Wings, that is. +100 odds over on DraftKings. Billings +13.5 points, +100 odds over at DraftKings. 18 and 20 points in her last 2 games. So if she just keeps doing her thing, then we'll be seeing green. Her first game of the year, she really wasn't involved much. Then Natasha Howard goes out with a foot injury. Next woman up. My next prop in that game, next prop look is going to be De'Erica Hamby of the Los Angeles Sparks over 10.5 rebounds, minus 102 odds over at FanDuel. Hamby, damn it, 14, 18, and 12 rebounds in her last 3 out of 4 games. Shout out to the Sparks. De'Erica Hamby, man, she's just been cashing for us. Like I said, 14, 18, and 12 rebounds, last 3 out of 4. In this game, I am going to lean Rickea Jackson over her point total. Man, I'm looking for it. If y'all find it, let me know. Lasia Clarendon under everything, points, rebounds, and assists. She had a triple-double in game 1, and then she fell off the face of the earth. And the rookie Cameron Brink over her 7.5 rebounds, which is plus money. But I'm really looking, the sweet spot would be the 6.5 rebounds. So it's early, 2 a.m. on the West Coast. So maybe some of those lines will open up later. But at 11:30, let me give you guys a recap of all my plays. Nephesia Collier of the Minnesota Lynx over 10 rebounds. Tina Charles of the Atlanta Dream over 10 rebounds. Monique Billings of the Dallas Wings over 14 points. De'Erica Hamby of the Los Angeles Sparks over 11 rebounds. Daniel Gafford of the Dallas Mavericks under 1 steal. Jaden McDaniels of the Minnesota Timberwolves over 1 block. Derek Lively of the Dallas Mavericks over 8 rebounds. And of the Minnesota Timberwolves, Michael Conley, 3 rebounds. Anthony Edwards, 4 rebounds in a parlay. Like, comment, and Pacers are cooked, man. We'll see. We'll see what the Wolves do, man. That's why they play the games. We need that Anthony Edwards game. Or them boys going to be out of here. Like, comment, and subscribe for your daily sports betting videos and analysis. Let's keep burning them. As always, I will see you tomorrow. Nice slate of games on, man. Might give y'all some nerfy or some puck talk, man. Parlays and Builders will be over on Twitter, man. Just get this money. Let's remember to have fun while we getting it. All right. Happy 4th and Gold Sunday. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Pacers definitely blew it, Barry. They blew that first game versus the Knicks as well. But appreciate everybody who pulled up. Appreciate everybody who will pull up later. Like I said, man, like, comment, and subscribe. Parlays and Builders on Twitter. Let's get it, man. We need this money, man. There's no reason for us not to have it. Let's get it, man. We deserve nice things. All right, man. I love y'all. See y'all in a minute.